Alright guys, it has been quite a long time since I've done anything like this, and I'm pretty sure anybody who's still here from the old days probably didn't think that they would ever see this account again, or they probably thought that the Ill Street channel that I was going to do all this kind of Corvette stuff with was going to be awesome. I even thought that. I had a radiator crack while I was at work, so that was like a $1,700 same day job. You know, every time I bought tires for the thing, every time something happened to it, it was just like there was all the modification money. But I don't know, I kind of did something. I kind of did something cool. How about we just show the people? Red 6 Mustang is back. Right now we are proud owners of a 2015 Mustang V6. Automatic, just like the last one, but new body style, same goals. This is my first full day of ownership, actually. So I got this yesterday, Nash Auto in Orange County. Really excited about it. So what I want to do is just kind of take you through. This is used, so if you already know about the V6 Mustang platform, you know what to expect. But the cool thing is, the person who owned this before me did a couple of things to it, so we're just going to go through what they did, and then I'll talk about what I want to do. First things first, car's tinted. It's a decent tint, especially for California where you can get tickets for having a tint too dark, so I appreciate that they didn't go illegal. They did vinyl wrap the hood. So the hood is black, but if I pull off the vinyl wrap, it'll be all matching red again, and that's exactly what I want. I want a red interior, red exterior, red undercar neon lights. I want this thing to look like, you know, El Diablo's Chariots kind of thing. It's like my inspiration of just having this ultimate red vehicle. Painted over the Mustang Pony logo in the front, you can see. So I got to do some work there to get that thing nice again. Also vinyl wrapped the midsection of the bumper, so you get this one continuous dark kind of open face. I actually think that's kind of cool, so I might keep that regardless of not keeping the hood black. But you know, the hood's growing on me, so I might drive around with it for a little while and see how things go. Let me open up. So it's base model, not premium, so I don't have leather this time. I don't have my color, but that's okay because the neons that I put on last time, or the LEDs, took care of all my interior color needs because I only wanted one color in there, which was red. Let's pop the hood. See if I can do this with one hand. Can't. All right, so this is the engine bay as purchased. What you see here is a C&L cold air intake kit that they bought and installed. So if all goes well, you should have a tiny bit better gas mileage and a little bit better sound. Great for the V6, especially since the four bangers from this generation will smoke the V6. Obviously they've been tuned a little better. For all the EcoBoost people out there, you're more than welcome to see me on the streets when I get this thing going properly. But for right now, I do want to point out the previous owner who installed the C&L cold air intake kit didn't even pull off this plastic ceiling that lets you see through this window and see the air filter. Like you would, I don't know why you would do this. Like if you knew about modifying a car, if you knew anything, I don't know, I don't have any reason as to why you would make it harder for yourself to at least check on the quality of your air filter and know when you need to clean it and when you don't need to clean it. You're just going by gut. Like, oh, I've been driving enough, so it's time to clean the air filter. So I got to rip this out. It'll take probably like maybe 15 minutes to get all these screws out, pull it off, and then put it back on. So that's cool. I forgot to mention that the previous user has pulled off the V6 rear deck lid, so you don't get to see the glorious pony right there. The badge of honor for anybody who's EcoBooster V6 is to show that you don't have the GT, especially if you somehow make it faster than the GT. Wouldn't it be the best way to add insult to injury to let them know that you're still running the original pony? I don't know, we might be getting a little far with our hopes and dreams there. So since again it's not the premium, I don't have the nice rear diffuser, but obviously that can be something that we pick up a little later. And from these tips, I thought the exhaust was upgraded. I didn't know for sure, but when I came and looked underneath, I didn't see, here I'll try to put the camera under there, I didn't see where the exhaust would have been cut, but the muffler kind of had the it reminded me of Flowmaster mufflers, so I don't know if they put aftermarket Flowmasters on there or not, and I don't have the car in the air where they would have cut to make an Axleback exhaust setup. So I'm just gonna assume that maybe the tips were modified. I can't verify if those are the stock mufflers or not, but it sounds beefier than I would have expected the stock V6 to sound like. So I'm just gonna assume that those are not the stock exhausts. All right, so the style plans are actually really simple. First thing I wanna try to do is get the chip foose, what are these called? Window louvers for the back windows. I think that's always a really cool look when you have this covered up by body panel as well. I mean, there's not really gonna ever be anybody in my back seat anyway, so I'm not really losing a lot of real estate there, but I just have always loved the look. Considering going with side scoops, again, I've always loved the side scoop look, but the problem with this generation is the scoop starts to curl off right around here, and then you still have this body line that ends up going behind the scoop, and I haven't seen one that actually incorporates that into the design. Maybe I can go crazy and get some Bondo and actually like smooth it all out and then make it a permanent feature to the car, but that's, I don't know, we'll have to see if I go that far. Obviously wheels, I'm gonna upgrade the wheels at some point. I'd like to do maybe a 19 or a 20-inch wheel. And with that said, you expose all that brake area, so you got to do an upgrade to the brakes. So I'll make sure that I have nice beefy front brakes, because I definitely want this car to be able to put down some power towards the end of what I do with this project. You know, I'm going to want to make sure that I can stop it just as well as I can start it, or with confidence. I actually don't really have plans for the front. I really love the front as is. A lot of people will, you know, change the bumper. I might change the grille, but I don't know if I'm actually gonna change the bumper at all. I might leave it as is, because I really do like the front look as it already stands. I really like it. I'm enjoying what it looks like right now. So we'll probably leave that as is. Yes, go ahead and throw the hate, but I will be doing the red undercars all the way around, and then also 2 in the footwell on the inside, so that when you open the door you see all the red. I just want a complete red car. And again, once I get tired of the bumper, the goal here is 2 black stripes, 10-inch front to back. That, I mean, I think that that's just gonna be like the ultimate look. And then up here, I'm gonna get windshield decal, just solid red going across the top, mainly to help block the sun a little bit, but nothing too special. It's not gonna say like anything cool, it's just gonna be a stripe of red, match that. Obviously remove my Smog OK, remove my VIN sticker proof of purchase thing until the plates come, whatever that's called, temp registration. Well, and then I'll remove this sticker saying that I got a security anti-theft device. But yeah, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, and then just, you know, power stuff. My only goal for this car as far as power adders go is, I think it would be fun to get this car faster than my old Corvette and faster than a stock GT, because I think that would be great. So what I would like to do is pull this up. We have an air intake kit for now, so that's cool. I'm gonna increase the throttle body. I definitely plan on getting a ProCharger supercharger for this, so I can bump up a little bit of horsepower there. That should do something like 450 if everything works well together, especially get it tuned. And if that alone doesn't help me achieve my goal, then there's always the option, a very expensive option, but it's the option. And again, this will be towards the end of the project, so hopefully, you know, some revenue might come in for all this work I'm doing. But I would like to get, you know, like an actual built V6 block to put in there. Keep it V6 still, but know that it can handle more boost, it can handle more power, and then really talk about what kind of power adders I do then. But that is like a last step, worst case scenario, because that's, I mean, that's like real money, real surgery there. So I'm not gonna act like I can afford that or pay for it right now. So that's, you know, future plans. So yeah, that's it. A little older, a little wiser now, but still happy to be back on the V6 platform. I've already been asked by a couple of people who, you know, I do car stuff with, and just in general, like, why not go for the V8? And for me, it was like a compromise. I knew that I had the Corvette. I also bought a Prius, and so that's the 2 cars that I was using. The Prius was getting phenomenal gas mileage, but it was no fun for me to drive. And then with the Corvette getting to a point where it was like requiring serious maintenance, I wasn't getting to drive my fun weekend car. So I made a compromise. I said, I'll sell both of those cars. I'll roll everything I can into getting this paid off as soon as possible. And I'm just gonna have fun with this. And you know, there might be another V8 in my future. I love V8s. I loved that Corvette. It was a lot of fun. I would love to see if I can get a C8. If things go well with all the business stuff that I'm doing, whew, that'd be great. I'd still love to have one of those. But you know, this is my 6th Mustang that I've owned. Mustang's been good to me. I love Ford Mustangs, so I'm glad to be back on the platform, especially this one. I really like the S550 look, so I'm happy to get to work on this one. So yeah, let's stay in touch, huh? We're gonna keep it going.